What's going on, everybody? Cali Death Podcast back once again, episode 93. I'm here a little late, but technical difficulties do happen while we're trying to set these things up. It's all good. But thanks for waiting out and hanging out until we got on. But what's going on, Twitch fam? We'll see you guys popping in a little bit more. As always, with at least one resident homie. Tonight I have Casey Howard with me. I'm Anthony Trapani, by the way. And tonight we're joined by another Casey Trask, a fucking serious San Diego scene shredder. And I've been introduced to your bands this week. The three Tremors, Cage, and Monarch, all fucking sick shit, dude. Like really took me back to like early metal roots and really feeling the vibe in that stuff. So what's going on, Casey?
Thanks, man. Yeah, not much, man. Just keeping it going.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. Appreciate your kind words.
Yes, no doubt, dude. I mean, we love the shred over here, so you fit in nicely, dude. And I hope that anybody who hasn't heard of any of those bands needs to go and check out any one of the three or all three. The three Tremors, that's with Ripper Owens on what he's one of the vocalists of that band, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, 1/3 of the vocalists on that album. Yeah.
So do they split it evenly? Is that how they do it?
Yeah, they each so the song gets written here with this guy, the band Cage, and Sean Peck. He's like the vocalist that lives around here. He's our vocalist for Cage, and he kind of writes the songs out, kind of writes the melodies out, and he'll give it to the other guys. He'll record a full take of it, and then he will give it to the other guys, and they'll do the same thing. They'll do a full take, harmonies and everything, as if they were recording the song themselves. And then
nice, dude.
Yeah. Then we just kind of mix and take the coolest parts from each, and throw them wherever they belong.
Awesome, dude. Well, we'll get a little bit more into that right after we do some. Well, actually, the way we do the shows, we're gonna go back a little bit further than that. But first, let's get some plugs out of the way. BattleForgeCoffee.com, homies over in Deeds of Flesh. I mean, come on, guys. I say it all the time. Support the underground. You guys all drink coffee. Why not buy it from fucking Cali Death's fucking pioneers, dude? I mean, really. It's really good coffee, too. And you can get shirts and swag and all that kind of shit. So go over there. Again, still going to tell you that our shirts are sold out. We're going to be moving forward in that department soon, but CaliDeathPodcast.BigCartel.com. Keeping an eye on that, and you'll hear it from me when we get some more stuff coming in there. The tour, Shredding the Virus tour. You got that flyer ready, Casey? Or I should say separate.
I did it again. The background. There it is.
There it is. So tonight they're in Reno. It's actually the professor's birthday today too. Happy birthday, the professor.
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday, Joseph.
Fuck
yeah, dude.
We miss you, dude. When you get back, dude, I'm going to be really happy to have you back on as a host on this show, dude. But they're out there. What is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. But yeah, dude, if you're in Reno, you should be at that show right now. You should not be hearing me talk live. So be there, go support, buy t-shirts, have a sick time. And also with Casey got the turn sideways thing. Are we going to have the problem again? Casey Trask, can you hear me, brother?
Oh, we got a computer adding. Oh, look, we got some. Oh, shit, look at that. We got two Caseys, dude. He's duplicated himself, and he somehow has 2 frames here.
All right.
Nice. Let's try removing this
one.
Well,
that was Trip because he had the 2 thumbs up in the one corner, but the other frozen corner. Oh yeah, dude.
Nice.
Okay. That's much better, dude.
There we go. Now we're rocking, dude.
Right on. That's
sweet.
Good.
Yeah, dude. So I'd like to say real fast how I met Casey. So
Before we do that, though, if you have any merch places you want
yeah,
people to go to,
of
or
course.
band camps or anything like that, what do you want to plug, Casey Trask? I gotta call you guys something different tonight. I'm surrounded by Casey's, dude.
Yeah. Gosh, we have Monarch has our own website. We got monarch.band, www.monarch.band. And let's see, we got cageheavymetal.com and the Tremors.com. Should be
Sweet, dude.
Everything I think within all those projects.
Right. You'll find all the links to get elsewhere throughout the internet on those websites.
Yeah.
Right on.
Sign, yeah. So yeah. I think you should be able to find everything through there. We're on Big Cartel as well. Monarch is, at least, I think. Yeah.
Nice, dude. All right, so Casey, let's hear the story. Or Casey Howard, let's hear the story. I'm going to try and use last names as much as I can.
I got permission. I'm ready, dude.
Or I'll say my Casey sometimes.
I got the green light. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, just call me your Casey tonight, dude. Dude, so I practice at the studio in Oceanside. I used to be in my music school or whatever, but my friend Ben, he runs it now as a rehearsal studio and all this, and I have like a little room in the corner, like the smallest room in the place, and I just I practice there, and I still teach a few students, but not much. But anyways, I was there one day, and I just hear this death, I was like, well, it's either death or it's a death cover band, but it's like, dude, just like shredding death songs. Like, I'm just like, what? This is like perfect. And I hear like 1, 2, 3. I'm like, this is all death, And so I just kind of knocked on the door, and I was like, what's up, guys? Like, what's going on in here and stuff? And they're just like, what's up? And you guys were super cool. And I came in and just started kind of filming you guys like playing and stuff. And dude, Casey was like shredding the guitar solos, like all the insane. And I don't know. I can't remember the names of the other members, but they were all playing great. But I just remember like watching you play, like, cause you're like the closest to me, and you're just playing all in my mind, the non-Chuck solos. I don't know if that's right, but it's like all the just Masvidal solos, all the different, Andy the Rook solos, whatever. Anyways, I was just like, and you're like perfect. And I was like, fuck, I wish I could do that. Like, it was so sick. And you guys were just murdering. And then I found out that like, a bunch of people that I know, and we have like mutual friends like Great Electric Quest and these dudes and Buddy Donner, shout out, and just a bunch of like shredding rad people like locally that have bands and record labels. Like they're all at the Psycho Vegas Fest right now, just like Joel, one of our hosts who's not here right now, and I think Joseph's out there too right now, isn't he?
No, Joseph's in Reno,
okay,
and Joel's in Vegas, but they're at the same hotel.
Yeah, we're usually like the 4 Tremors of like hosts. We have like 4 kind of thing, but you got 2 of us tonight. But but maybe one of them will pop on. I'm not sure. I sent him the link, but but this dude shreds hard. And then I find out you play in like all kinds of sick bands. And then I remember that day because like we were like chatting in the front lobby, and you and I were just like chatting for like a good minute, just like, oh yeah, dude, this and that, and I didn't even know you. And it's like, so so then I've seen you posting online and just doing all this cool shit, and I know you play a lot locally, and I like sent these dudes all that 3 Tremors stuff, and we've just been like, dude, this is like amazing. Like, like we love that stuff, we love Judas Priest, of course, and all that, and all that kind of shit. So anyways, that's my connection. And so I was like, dude, we got to bring this guy on. He's like, dude, you're like an up and coming shredder, dude. You're going to be, next thing you know, you'll be playing with King Diamond out there, whatever, all these dudes out, I mean, you're nuts, man. So I just wanted to give you time to tell us your story. And Anthony, if you want
to dude. There and, well, first, how old are you, dude?
God, how old? I think I just turned 31.
Somewhere around there.
That's so funny because that sounds like something I would have said too, dude. Like you get to a certain point where like wait, is it this number or this number
already, or am I anticipating it, or is it just like
right
yeah, but it's it's strange, man. It comes up on
cool, dude. So how we start the show off, usually I started off the same way every episode. Take us back to throw us in the time machine, dude. You're sitting somewhere as a kid and some music's playing in the background, and it made you pay attention. It wasn't just background noise,
Jeez.
Yeah,
Probably
earliest memory you could think.
God, I mean, the first like CD I can remember is the Beatles.
Yeah,
Yeah, Beatles 1 album. I would play it when I'm playing video games. You know?
nice.
And
So,
then
but even before, could you even think of like something that maybe your parents were listening to while you were even younger than playing video games, and it was something
like Joni Mitchell, Bob Seger. That's big. Yeah, mainly those two. I would think, Joni Mitchell, Bob Seger, some Led Zeppelin. Kind of just like the old, kind of hippie music a little bit, but then like
right,
the 80s mixed in. And then I'd hear my sister and them. I grew up, I'm born in 91, so by the time I was, like able to hear things, they were all listening to the 90s hits and all the, Cake,
right.
classics. Yeah, but yeah, I think that right there.
So
Yeah.
born in 91, and they were already playing that type of stuff, but you're citing all these other bands. Was that stuff that your parents were listening to, like the
Yeah.
Seeger and the Zeppelin? And
I would put on the Seeger. My mom would put on the Joni Mitchell, and yeah.
right on. Hell yeah, dude. No, this is where we like to start it, because we really like to get down to the seed that started it all for a musician. So it had to have been something like that. Usually that's why I like to start the show with that. And so how old were you when you, like, the Zeppelin was something that you already knew about because your parents were listening to it?
Yeah,
Before 10?
Oh yeah, before 10 I would listen to music. I was listening to that Beatles album by like 8 or 9 or something, I would say. Yeah.
The number one, is that what you said? The number
Yeah.
ones? Yeah, that's
That's just
a compilation of perfection right there, dude.
yeah, it's just everything you really need from the Beatles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's plenty more you can get into, but I'm saying that's a great start right there, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, then you got Rubber Soul and the whole Sgt. Pepper's crew, and
Yeah.
But I didn't realize back then.
Totally. You're just getting the software upgrade, dude.
Yeah.
So when listening to all that, but like, what video games were you playing?
What was that? God, back then. God, I had a place. Well, God, I started with had the N64 was like my real.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Super Mario 64.
Star Fox, dude.
Star Fox. Oh my, that's number one.
Yeah.
Totally.
On the 64, that was a big deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd listen to Linkin Park and play that song, play that game.
Nice, dude.
I had the first Linkin Park album, but I think my brother gave it to me a while back. But yeah. And then we get the PlayStation going, and just the sound started coming around, and yeah.
So when did you decide you wanted to play an instrument?
Gosh, I moved down to California in 5th grade. I was living in Oregon. I was born in Palm Springs. We moved up to Oregon after I was born. Came back in about 5th grade, and I didn't really know anybody, and these dudes, kind of brought me in. They were like, "Oh, there's a talent show. Everybody had to do the talent show," and they were like, "Let's do a Blink-182 song."
Nice.
I was like, "Okay, yeah."
Like, that's, you gotta start somewhere, dude.
Yeah.
And it's usually those type, like I said it recently, but like my old new metal band would cover Green Day, because that's what we grew up on,
Yeah.
Just try and make it a little heavier.
Yeah. Eventually, you're like, this isn't doing it for me. But yeah, and then we did that, but we had like rubber instruments or inflatable instruments and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So, what it was like to be like, oh, we're on stage right now, and
totally, dude.
And I think a couple years after that, I got a guitar or bass.
So it was the adrenaline and the high of doing like a karaoke version of a band up on stage, but feeling that performance vibe that made you that planted another seed for you to actually be like, oh, I want to actually be able to play an instrument now.
Yeah, then I think I started, like when you listen to music, you like start imagining like, oh, what if I was playing this or something, like what if, they're doing this, or I recorded this.
Who hasn't thought of it that way, dude? I guarantee there's been plenty of times in my life where I was like, I'm feeling Somo right now, you know, when I'm listening to Pantera or fucking.
That was me.
Yeah, totally, dude.
But like, another thing that I don't give it enough credit. In 6th grade, I went to going to middle school. It was like the year after that, and I grew up with Kyle Souza, who is Zetro Souza's nephew, and he's a singer of Exodus.
Shit.
Yeah. He was Paul Bailoff first, and then Zetro for the next few albums.
I should have had that information. I was totally like blanking on that. But Exodus is like one of those bands for me. I only listened to like a couple of albums. I love all their. I mean, I respect all of it, but I'm just like, Bonded by Blood, dude.
That's
the shit, dude.
Yeah. Bonded by Blood, Fabulous Disaster, and then like the War is my shit. Tempo of the Damned was pretty sick. That's when Zetro came back into the band, I'm pretty sure, or maybe he never left. I don't remember the order. I think he left after that, and then they got the other dude, Rob Dukes. I think. Yeah. But
okay, so I'm sorry. What was the relation? Like, the connection?
He like, I went into middle school, and he was just there, and his acquaintance, and then we just started hanging out more, and go over to his house, and he's like, yeah, my uncle was in Exodus, my dad was in Testament. like growing up, they grew up out there. His family grew up out there, and I guess his dad was in some early form at Testament before they cut an album or something. Wow. It was one they called The Legacy, I guess. But growing up with him, we'd go over to his house and watch, was it on MTV or VH1, like the classic rock music videos and stuff, whatever they called that, metal, whatever, Metal Mania.
Metal Mania. Okay.
Yeah, like that.
I just recently was talking about Headbangers Ball too. I don't know if that's the same.
I think that was before when I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish, man. But
so when was it guitar? Was that the first thing you wanted to do?
I kind of started hanging out with him, and then friends got together and like, we should start a band, and I was like, great, I don't have to play anything. And then I was like, okay, I'll do bass, and I got a bass, and I think that lasted like a year. And I was like, I wanted to learn Crazy Train, and I'm like, that's the part I'm learning isn't the part I want to know.
Right.
The dun. But, nowadays I'm like, I teach at a school of rock, and I'm stoked when I get to play bass now, because it's like just the whole other side that you get to control. And now it's that was just guitar, man. And my brother started, there was like, you gotta learn NIB first, and that was on bass. And I think Crazy Train was the first thing that got me.
Did your brother play?
He no.
He's like, oh, you gotta learn this song, you gotta learn that song.
Gave me first 2 CDs were Countdown to Extinction, Megadeth, and South of Heaven, Slayer, and that just
it's a good combo.
It was just perfection. Like, it's just like the great, some of the greatest mastered music ever.
So obviously older brother.
Yeah. He was about 12 or 11 years older than me, but he recently passed away a few months ago. But
sorry to hear that, dude.
Really sad. But anyways, he is a big part of that, I think.
Totally, dude. I mean, we hear that's a very common thing.
Everything, he's into rap and everything, and like new metal, old metal.
Yeah. So if he was 11 years older than you, he's right around my age, dude. Well, a little bit older than me, a couple years or something. So he would have gone through all of that shit, the new metal scene, and that, because before all that, dude, everybody was like, are you a rocker or are you a rapper, dude? And I was like, I kind of like both,
Yeah. Totally.
And then this new metal thing happened. I was like, wait, there's something for me.
Yeah, totally.
Oh no.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, yeah, I get, you know, it's just, I don't know what you grow up with and what you grow to hate, and you know,
yeah, totally.
And, you know,
So, all right, so you got the bass first, and then that lasted a year, you said, and then Crazy Train happened. I need a guitar because I want to be able to play that riff.
Yeah.
How'd you feel when you nailed that riff for the first time, dude?
Gosh, I was just stoked I could read tabs online and just like learn anything I wanted. Just
right.
Like, the time I get to it, there's tabs online and stuff, and yeah. Then I think another big thing, my dad, after I got that, he brought home AC/DC Live at Donington, the DVD, and Van Halen Live Without a Net. And then it was just like, okay, I need to play loud and live and distorted, you know, and that's, you know, that led to that, you know, got that a couple of years back. And yeah, so yeah. And then AC/DC every day, and tried, you know, I didn't even try I tried Van Halen, and then it's just like, you realize like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this until I'm like 10 years into this, you know,
seasoned. So. Yeah. You got to be seasoned.
Yeah. I gave up on him for a while. You can't even play with him because he's in between tuning or something, you know, every time.
Trip. Is that really how Van Halen is?
Yeah. I think eventually they started getting into standard, kind of like in 1984, the album, and then was
that like that was just like a rebel type deal?
I have a question. Well, I have a question about that. I mean, do you think that was all like intentional back then, or was that because it was like on tape and record, and it was just, you know?
I heard he had like notes for his guitar tech that was like, you need to tune this string to this scent and this other string to this scent.
Okay, so
it was deliberate, because when you
crazy.
play a chord, I don't even know if you can do it on this one. I think that thing's way too in. But like when you play a chord, if you have a certain interval on the B string, it's going to sound out of tune. So he knew that, and he would all his chords like that, but he would tune it in tune.
It's like tempered tuning versus whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
All the music stuff, but it counts. You know.
So weird. So then, how does he do it live then? If it's like, you know, because his guitar can't. Unless
he had a, you know, the guitar tuner or dude, you know, tech had a paper that had, you know, each string scent, you know, it had to be tuned to. That's
yeah.
But it makes sense because you play.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you can unless you tune him to you or you tune to him, you can't really jam with him.
Wow.
Have like an app that you can like kind of adjust the, you know, micro whatevers, but you know, right? You know?
They got a Van Halen app, so you can actually tune your shit. Wow.
You good? Yeah. The Amazing Slow Downer. I love it. Got it from Paul Gilbert.
That sounds like such a artist move, though. Really, and they were a popular band. You wouldn't. I mean,
I think
they're still true.
Go ahead. And it's unintentional. Like AC/DC are all like sharp or like flat a little bit, but I think that's from like the tape age, and like it's sped up a little bit. You know, it's just like you know, when you have a record player and it moves fast, so it goes a little bit, you know, high pitch on you. I think, I don't know, could be what happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a trip. Yeah, but it's like that's not the style now. Everything's like super quantized and gridded and tuned and pitched, right? So it's all like kind of misses that pull or that grit of that, like, kind of what's going on with that little out of tune.
You had a little leeway back then, and now like, it's just so well. You hear everything so crisp now. You have to be perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, like Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, when it goes into like the breakdown, and he's like, "Where can you run to?" And it goes up. His voice kind of goes like at the top, you know. And it's so sick though. It's like real, you know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's like, no, don't edit that. Like, keep it, you know. But now that would be edited so fast now.
You know? Yeah, I read what was it? The Tony Iommi autobiography, and he made it sound like they did some tricks to make it that high.
Yeah.
He did
really?
Wink emoji or something. He's like, it's pretty high, wink or something like that. But he could have been talking about how high they were or some shit. You know?
Oh yeah.
You never know. You know, they like by then, like Volume 4, they were just done.
Oh yeah.
Spracked and oh my god.
Yeah, totally.
Pretty deep.
So the AC/DC was giving you like the arena fucking big show feeling, and then you also had the Megadeth and Slayer. That's already starting to churn the pot, dude. You know those situations right there. Like it really shows. Like it makes more sense. The live footage that I've watched of you, listening to the bands that you're in, like. Yes, of course, this is the beginning of this story of this man because it all translates to now. It all translates right to now too. But I still want to go along the story here. So with the AC/DC and all that stuff and getting into the guitar playing, like how long before you started playing with other people?
I think I got the instrument in 7th grade and played my first show in 8th grade, and we played in some park. And I remember seeing this band, like we played our set. I barely remember. I just remember like being on stage for a second, and it's like we brought literally like a stage into the park, and it's kind of like a school rock thing where I joined some studio and they got me together. But I think I had a band together. It like brought a band to them, and I think Kyle Souza was in that band, the Zetro's nephew. But yeah, we played like 5 songs, and Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nirvana, and Green Day, and what else did we just Offspring, and the Adolescents. We did Amoeba by the Adolescents.
Yeah, and, dude. I mean, in 8th grade, it's probably pretty rare to have some original music already. Just getting used to. Going up and doing the talent show thing that you did with the rubber guitar, and then going into this is naturally the next step of, okay, now we have actual instruments, but we only know how to play other people's songs at this point because we're so young and still fresh and green with the instruments. So yeah, it all makes sense. So 5-song set. Was there other bands that day too?
Yeah, dude, I ended up being in a band with one of these dudes later, but like we finished. I think there was one band after us, and then like these dudes haul in on dirt bikes, like up to the stage and stuff, and they get out. They got this hair metal. They got wigs on and stuff, and they got like one guy's got like a green Ironbird guitar. I'm like, oh my god, this is the sickest thing ever. And they were kind of like thrashy death, but like a little bit of like harmony, like guitar harmonies, like Priest or something. I was like, sick. Okay.
Yeah, dude. I was just gonna add to that, like being in a band at such a green stage in the artist, the musician's career, and then you do your thing, you get off stage, and then everybody has had that moment where they saw the band that was already further down the road, opening up for the band who's already been doing it for several, at least 1 or 2 more years than you, but it feels like they've been doing it for ever, and then that lights the fire under your ass. That's the next baton pass to get you further into the grind of getting to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think we started writing music after that, and went to high school, and we I think we ended up getting that singer from that band that we was on the motorcycles, and
Nice.
we do a power scream, and we're like, you can do a power scream. You're in, you're like, oh, like
a power scream. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I'm still friends with that too. Still friends with all of them, but yeah. Yeah, we played a couple like local bar shows. Played the Jumping Turtle. I don't know if you heard of that.
Oh, we played there.
We played there.
Yeah,
we played there in 2006.
Yeah.
When did it close down? It was like we heard about that
5 or 6 years ago or something like that. At least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it was up there for a while then. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. The band that Casey had sent you, Odious Mortem. That's the one he's talking about. That we played Jumping Turtle. Jumping Turtle's fun, dude.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah, they would go off, man. Like just crazy pits in there.
Yeah.
I just go see Nihilist every time they play. When I was that was like the first real metal band or metal show that I went to was Nihilist at the Jumping Turtle, and just
no shit.
Time I could, yeah. We were like, I don't get how they let us in there. We were like 15, drinking in the parking lot or whatever, and come in.
It's fucking metal, bro. No,
yeah.
I think that the metal show guys, the guys at the door are a little looser. They know everybody just wants to come and party.
Yeah.
And now they're closed down. So
Yeah. Probably too much of letting the 15-year-olds in.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it got gnarly there. I think it was a punk band or like Oddball or something like that. Some band or something that like somebody got hurt and like someone got stabbed or something. And
shit.
Yeah.
See, come on, dude. Those types of people aren't really supposed to be at those shows, dude. Who shows up with a knife? Like, this is supposed to be a sanctuary. Like, we're all coming out to party, have a good time, listen to aggressive music, bump into each other.
Dude, I have a story to tell then. If you're gonna tell, this is a great thing you just brought up. So
go for it.
Casey, are you familiar with Deicide, the band? Yeah. So I went to the show last night in Santa Ana. It was like their album Legion. That was like they're from '92 that they're playing all the way through.
You were one.
Scott Burns recorded it, So dude, it was like the most incredible. It was like the best thing I've ever seen. I'm still like in shock about how good it was. But anyways, there was like, so they're playing, just going crazy, and then they finished the whole album, and then they were doing songs after and stuff, and then all of a sudden they just stop, and we're like, and he's all like, call 911, like Glenn, like the singer, and we're just like, what's going on? There's like a dude in the middle of the pit, and he's just out, like, or whatever, and he's all, call the paramedics, like, and he just stops, like completely stopped playing, and then we're like, oh shit, and then so we like kind of wait, and then they go back out, then like they're waiting for someone to come, and then finally like someone comes and takes him out, and then the guy was okay, I guess, but he got knocked out or whatever happened, but he was back on his feet, and then everyone was like, yeah, cheering, and he's back on his feet, and then Glenn comes out and he said, I can't quote, but he was like something like, thanks for being cool about that, guys, like don't hurt somebody, okay, back to it, so Satan, like, it's just like the coolest, and it was like the chillest crowd. It's like, there's a lot of people there. Dude. There's got to be like a few hundred, 500 people there. I don't know. It was a lot of people. Maybe.
The video that you showed me, that just the front area looked packed, bro.
Do you know the observatory in Santa Ana? That place. It used to be called the Galaxy.
I haven't been to that one. I've been to the one down in San Key or East Count, El Cajon or whatever one's down south. There's one down there.
Yeah. No, it was super fun. But it was a crazy show. Yeah. It's so funny because it's like the most aggressive music, but it was like the most comfortable show I've ever been to. It was like great AC, like the place was all nice, like tons of people, everyone was super chill, everyone's nice. It was like great time. I was like, this is like a 5-star event tonight. Like I had such a good time. Like, it was like perfect. Everyone was then it was just like the most brutal music I've ever seen ever. Like it was great.
Yeah, you like it.
Yeah.
You want gnarly, but if you want, you can go chill and
yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. But yeah, where were you at on the timeline where you were talking about
Jumping Turtle, getting into
all right, yeah.
I got a little more into metal around then. Yeah, I think Nihilist kind of did it, and Nihilist, and I just started listening to like Metallica and got into Maiden a lot. I got into Maiden before I got into Priest, and started there, and then it just kept going. Yes. Made new bands. Too many, man. Yeah, like started with like a thrash metal band, covered like Slayer and stuff, and wrote a couple originals. And I think I left for a band with 3 guitar players, and it was like Spanish metal, and we do
Spanish metal.
Yeah, like Mago de Oz and stuff.
What?
Yeah,
that sounds great.
Yeah, Mago de Oz and like Rata Blanco. We'd cover those guys, and we'd write some songs and stuff. And I was the only white dude. it's just like
awesome.
Cool, yeah, dude. They wanted me, and it was they were called Cuervo, I think. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
riffs.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, we played grad night and stuff. It was cool. Like they won a battle of the bands, and then I joined the band, and then they were like, "Yeah, we're playing grad night." And sick. 3 guitar players, just having fun. Yeah, it's cool.
So were you already soloing and shit by that time?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it had to happen. Yeah, around like 15 or so. That's when it started getting gnarly. Is if gnarly as I could, and then, gosh, what was it? I think Necrophagist or something. Necrophagist, like.
Yeah, we were talking about that in our chat a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that just blew my mind, and everything after that was that. I was like, okay, like I had been friends with a dude that was super into Ingve, and he kind of pissed me off on the whole, arpeggio.
Right.
Like, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
And then then hearing that, I was just like, okay, all right, that's magical. And then I started appreciating them more.
Yeah.
Everyone does their thing.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I started trying to get more technical. And
did you listen to like any like shred guitar players before that? Like were you into like, all the Marty Friedman,
Jason Becker,
Paul Gilbert, all that like kind of like solo album stuff, Racer X? Did you get into
more
that stuff?
Racer X?
Yeah.
That was like the one that because it was like a band, it wasn't just like Yngwie Malmsteen. Have to hear him shred for 10 songs in a row, just nonstop. Right. But I'll still, I'll listen to that stuff now. But yeah,
totally.
Couldn't get but Racer X. Trying to think of the Necrophagist was probably the gnarliest stuff I was playing. Children of Bodom.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Just I liked the clarity, I guess. That helped me get into the heavier stuff, and then I didn't get too heavy into the death metal stuff, but because I think I got to that point, and then something happened to where I went all like hair glam rock or something. I think I joined a band. And some it was the dude that sang in the motorcycle band, and he kind of grew up and went his way, and hit me up, and he's like, "Dude, I'm playing with this dude that used to play with Rod Stewart."
What?
I was like, "What?" And then started playing with him. We started jamming. It's kind of like kind of hair glam rock or whatever. I don't know, but it was cool. It's like rock and roll though. It was like Zeppelin-y though, like actual guitar riffs and stuff. And we found out that guy was full of shit, and then we left. And then I think I started up Monarch again. I forgot Monarch was actually going underneath all that. Monarch started in about 15 when I was about 14 or 15.
Whoa.
Yeah. They I didn't even start. It was two guys that hit me up, and they were like a grade younger than me, and they hit me up, and I started playing bass. They were the 2 guitar players, and one of the guitar players was like, "You should play guitar," and then I started playing guitar, and then I think it fizzled out before high school ended, and then we brought it back after high school.
Same guys you brought it back with though?
Guys, I think it was just me and this guy. Actually, me and the 2 guys that started it kind of got a new drummer that I have now, Adam. He actually played for the Quest for a little bit. And Great Electric Quest. And then the singer of that iteration left, and we got a new singer. Like after that, God, the years just get mixed up after that.
Right.
Like I joined after high school. I joined let's see. Well, I made reinstated Monarch after high school, and then I was playing with Nihilist a lot. Monarch was playing with Nihilist a lot, and the drummer of Nihilist, Sean, got hit up to go play in Death Riders, which is Neil Turbin's band. He was the first singer on the first Anthrax album, Fistful of Metal. So he went and joined that band, and then a while later, I joined that band, and we were both playing Anthrax songs with that dude. And
damn, dude.
Sick for a while, and got like the other guitar player in that band was just shredding, and I was like, okay, I got to keep up with this dude. And that kind of brought the clarity. I kind of lost the lead playing for a while because I wasn't practicing. I was just like, was in a hair metal band, rock and roll band. I was kind of
right.
And got called into that band, and I was like, okay, I got to really get down now and clear it up. And so that was the beginning of, I think, my more professional career of playing. And,
Nice.
Yeah. Death Riders, man. Yeah,
Death Riders.
Yeah. A lot of people have been in that band because he's very particular, and I don't even remember how, I think we just, that band was kind of out of control a little bit, and just got to the point where we were like fighting or something, like the singer Neil and like the bass player got into it one day out at a show, like on stage, like,
whoa.
Yeah. And I think the next day he blocked us all.
Yeah.
That's how he fired us. He blocked us all.
I think that's a good sign that it's not going to work if you're fighting on stage. You're supposed to either if I mean, people have arguments in bands or whatever, but most of the time they would be professional enough to save it for after. But sometimes I guess it's just in the moment. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, dude. I get on people at practice. I used to be, a nightmare at practice, getting on people about learning their stuff or, playing it right. And then I'm not like that now, but like, yeah, that's fun time, or, that's your time with the audience,
Yeah. That's what everybody's building up to do, is to get on stage. Like that should be a sacred, like, awesome time,
Yeah.
I've seen those videos where like the guitar or the drummer like just like smashes the, or what is it the guitarist hits the drummer or whatever. Yeah, the drummer fucks up. That's what it is.
Yeah, singer like grab the drums and like hit someone like a guitar player with it, like,
right,
dude, like heavy, man. Like that's like kill that dude.
You think, like, I wonder if that drummer like fucked that shit up like 37 times in practice, and then they had that show the next day.
It probably built up after a while. I know that feeling. Yeah, but no. Yeah, it's yeah.
So you said start your professional career though, like, so take us from there. Like, how did you start getting gigs to where you're like touring and shit?
That band, that was sick because we talked about touring with that band, and we didn't go very far with it, but we would play some sick shows though. We would play with like Michelangelo Badio. You know where he is? He's like he does the double guitar neck shred.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen footage of him then.
Yeah, he's funny, man. He's a good guy. We hang out with. We play like 3 or 4 shows with him, and we would do like these metal jam nights where he was up in LA, so he's up in that scene. So he would do the jam nights with like a guy like Mark Bowles, who sang with a bunch of people that were in bands and stuff. Mark Bowles, who sang with Yngwie, and like Jeff Scott, who played with Racer X, would come. And there's the singer of Racer X, and God, yeah, just I don't know, yeah. It was cool. It just got us in that world of like go kick ass and the power. Like I remember going to that audition, and my drummer was there. Like my friend was there. He was the drummer already in that band, and there was another dude. The other guitar player brought another guy in, and I was there. That was the first time I've ever done like a tryout where there's like multiple people there, and like dude could shred gnarly, like amazing, but he would just stand there, just like, and I was just playing. Like I learned all the songs, and like he learned one or something like that, and like he was like, well, obviously he's a little more into it or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. And then God, I don't know where that was going, but yeah. So
it's all good, dude. So
no, it was good, man. They gave us a lot of opportunities and stuff.
And how long did that last for you?
I was probably in that band for at least a year and a half. We tried to start writing a record, and then kind of went,
fizzled.
Yeah.
So what do you do from there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. So yeah, I think what kind of started that the fizzle out was we got hit up to be in Cage, me and that drummer.
Okay.
And we were like, okay, because being in one band sometimes just isn't enough. If you can't even get together, like, you try to get together once a week to practice, and sometimes you just don't have enough shows or something. But we were like, that's the first time I joined another band, and I was like, okay, I got 2 bands going now, and now I got like 5 bands. But God, and I joined Cage, and they were a little more established, and they had toured Europe like multiple times before. They had like 6 albums out before we had even joined. I think they started in like 97 or something. But
Nice.
and it was like sick. It was power metal, but like dropped to or down tuned to like D standard, and it was a little heavier, and like it was just rad. Like it was cool having like such a catalog to choose from. They had all these sick albums, all this like rad artwork and stuff. Like Mark Sasso, who would do he used to work for Marvel, like cards and playing cards.
Ooh, and crazy.
Dude, every album I think I have now is drawn by that dude. That's why they're all just amazing. I love all his artwork, man. But joined that band. I think my first show with them was in Texas. We flew to Texas, and it was like, okay, this is
you're getting on a plane and shit. You're like, oh, dude, what up, dude?
They're like, you gotta wear black leather. You gotta wear. You gave me these boots that are like this tall. Like, oh my god, I looked like a. I don't even know.
I feel like you're on stilts while you're playing.
Yeah, I saw those boots in you ever see that movie The One with Jet Li? It's like in the future.
Oh yeah, I think I have. Yeah,
been a long time.
These soldier dudes from the future, and one of those dudes I swear had those boots on that I was wearing, and they just like look like futuristic. I think I might have them still. But,
that rips, dude.
Yeah, it was sick and felt like a superhero. You just go out,
dude.
Established, and you show up, and he's like, you got to wear a leather jacket, you got to wear leather pants, and I was like, okay. And we show up, and I was like, I see the point. I see what it does.
Right.
Like, oh fuck.
And how big was the crowd too?
They were a lot better, man. They that one was at least a couple 100 people. It was the first show, and then we started like some tours. We did my first Europe tour was like in 2 weeks around Germany and Belgium and one other country, but yeah, around there. I think Holland. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, Netherlands or whatever you call it. But yeah, dude, yeah, and then you're just like you feel what it's like, and it's just the best feeling. It's just being out there with your buddies, and you just got a mission.
Seeing the world.
Driver, like we had it, like they were cool. They would get drivers and a little van or whatever, or big van, like kind of like one of those Mercedes, like top, really tall, but not little buses or whatever.
Did you guys get to experience it, or was it kind of back to back to back type deal?
That one wasn't too bad. That one was sick. We just I didn't know how to restrain myself from like the drinking and stuff. A couple of my worst hangovers were from that tour. I remember one day I just woke up on the tile, some floor, like we had we were a couple of spots. We were like staying at friends, people's houses that we knew. You probably it's that's how it goes. But it's and you're just like, okay, you said I could stay here, and you have plenty of room and couches and stuff, but I'm still finding myself on the floor. So
as far as you made it, dude.
So no, it was awesome, man. Kind of like just
Holland's all about beer, right? Is that like the deal?
Yeah, we played this place called the Little Devil, and the place called the Jack, and they're awesome. And dude, you can I can have a beer during the day, and it's fine out there, because it's just like, I don't know, something about it is the beer's a little bit cleaner or something. I don't know what it is, but it's nice. Yeah, you don't get that weird feeling that
You're
Budweiser.
like, you can drink out during the day out there. I'm like, I do that here.
Yeah. Yeah. I get a weird feeling when you're like drinking Budweiser during the day. You know, you get that weird dried out feeling or something. You know, I don't
Nope,
know.
doesn't happen to me. I'm an alcoholic, dude.
Super
No,
lightweight.
not really. I'm just joking. But
Yeah.
like, I could start at noon.
Yeah, it's a different feeling. Yeah,
On like if I'm with the bud with my homies or whatever, and we're hanging out all day. Yeah, it's easy to open a beer at noon.
Yeah,
It's a lunch beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you need the carbs, man. We still do it every once in a while. We do shotguns in every whatever city or whatever, you renegade shotgun the beer or something.
Would you drink before shows?
Not anymore. That band Cage kind of got us into the more professional, like, don't drink before a show. Like, you can drink, maybe one like right before as you're going on or something, just kind of like, I don't know, loosen up. But like, yeah, it was a thing. Like the older dudes in the band that had been in the band for a while, they're a little more stressing on it a little bit, and which is good. And then I joined. Then Ripper's band came along. Not to jump ahead, but he was big. Like, fuckers be drinking before the show. You're not gonna last long. And I was like, dude, okay, yeah, dude, yeah. Like, just one time, a bass player had a couple beers that he saw, and then he fucked something up, and he was just like,
yeah, dude.
No, but it was like that was what we needed to hear, and we were like, okay.
Totally, dude. I mean, it is. Yeah, if it gets in the way of your playing, then definitely save it for after.
Yeah, and I'm nowadays I'm such a stress case. Like, if I have a beer, I'm gonna mess up because I'm like, oh my god, I had
thinking about the fact that you had your beer. Yeah,
I did something bad. Yeah,
totally another hurdle.
Yeah. So it was like a couple times a year, like pretty consistent until COVID and stuff, till 2019.
Right.
Stuff happened. But yeah, dude.
But like, going back to like, what got you into, like, because to me you're like a really good shredder guitar player, like soloist too, so like I'm interested in, like, because it's like, okay, people see that and they're like, oh yeah, dude, I want this guy to join my band. This guy shreds, but like, how did you what were your favorite guitarists? Like, kind of just rewinding a little bit, like who were your biggest influences? Like, like, who were your favorites and why? Like, where did you really? I mean, I'll talk about Van Halen, obviously, but like maybe some other ones that you don't.
Yeah. Van Halen's obvious. He's just the best, and yeah, just the way he kind of just ran around, smile on his face, solo for 15 minutes, and then I think
totally, dude.
Yeah. Led Zeppelin, and just the way he didn't have to play perfect to play right. It's like he had his own weird sloppy style, but it was like magical the way he did it, and the way he would layer guitars and stuff. I still don't like I'm doing a school rock show with they're doing Led Zeppelin right now, and we're doing like 16 Led Zeppelin songs, and I'm still like, I still don't know what the hell he's doing.
Damn, dude. Yeah. Jimmy Page, yeah, it's crazy, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and he never gave away his secrets. He never would videotape it. He wouldn't play it live the same. Nothing. So I had nothing to work with. Still, I think I started solo. Like, first I learned was "Did You Make Her" or whatever that song. However you say that song, it's a Zeppelin song.
Right.
But yeah. God, so Page, Paul Gilbert came in not too far after that, I think, and that was, I think, where the precision came from, the shredding and stuff, and
like technical difficulties and stuff, like his songs.
Yeah. Mainly he had like an instructional video that was like,
right,
he has the pink guitar and big hair and stuff, and
totally, dude. Yeah.
That's just like, everybody needs that if they want to do any kind of like
dude, it's my old drum teacher is playing drums for him now. It's crazy.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, Bill Ray. Yeah. Like Paul
Nice,
Gilbert,
dude.
I want to meet him so bad. I want to go see them play. I've never seen him play or anything. Like, dude, he's like,
Yeah, dude, he
I-
came to the
Go
came to
ahead.
the Brick like a
Oh, yeah?
while back, 5 years ago, and I was just like, I'm like literally like right here on the Brick, you know, at the stage, and he's like right there. And I was like, dude,
Brick
super
by Brick.
tall.
You mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah.
Okay, cool. In San Diego, the club. Yeah.
Yeah. And he the promoter there, I forget, I think it was Vinny or something. He grabbed him afterwards. He's like, you need, like, I was like waiting for him after the show. I had like my DVD, the instructional DVD with, you know,
Really?
signed it.
Oh, dude, yeah.
This kid out, or you gotta hang, you know, say hi to this kid, and he just like turns around. He's like 7 feet tall or something. And I say like something, and I guess he has really, you know, he's really hard of hearing. So
Okay.
you couldn't hear anything I said, but it was just like, yeah, cool. Dude is like, he's just probably does it every day, and it's just like, cool.
That's something I'm scared of, dude, is my hearing, because I didn't protect my ears like I should have throughout all the years that we played loud fucking music, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
and to hear you telling me that like he can't hear you, I'm like, fuck, man, is that going to be me at that age? Because I've been just neglecting to protect my ears.
If you don't protect your toes,
well, later in life I did.
Your ears.
Nah, dude, my toes are protected by the universe, dude. No, but for real though, like I started doing plugs later. You know, I never did plugs because it was always like wearing a condom while you're having sex, dude. It's just not the same. You know, you gotta just let the music blast you into the fucking your eardrums. You know.
Yeah. During a show, I can't like when I'm playing a show, I can't have the earplugs in, but
it throws me off.
I'll have it. Yeah, I gotta hear
practice.
everything.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. It's
and then
even with practice though, dude, Joel would only like stuff toilet paper in his ears. I wouldn't even do that, you know.
Yeah,
dirty toilet paper.
Yeah, only used
because it's Joel. Yeah, so
that way he gets some moisture, seals.
Yeah, exactly. If he's not here, we're just gonna talk shit. He's not here, so I'm just kidding. Sorry, Joel. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about just in general.
No, it's just being stupid.
I don't know, so I can say whatever I want. So let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
No,
he's probably like Casey's like, what's up with all this open-toed, this like sandal things? Like, yeah, we're talking about Anthony's all about sandals on stage. So that's a good question. So have you ever worn sandals on stage, Casey? Or
fuck, no. I think I
the opposite, big boots.
Yeah, I played barefoot one time, but it was like
okay.
when I went as like a Cobra Kai dude. I was like, okay, sick. I'm gonna go barefoot, and it was just like bad idea.
No, you needed the boots, dude. You needed the Frankenstein boots, dude.
The boots, man. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. God.
So where are we at in the timeline right now? Though?
Yeah. But, I mean,
so Cage.
Yeah, he's playing the Cage.
Oh yeah, no. You're talking about Paul Gilbert.
Well, we're just talking. I just wanted to go back to the guitar influences, but in the timeline, we're talking about he's in Cage.
But no, we didn't finish the influence. The shredder.
Oh yeah. Do you have any more that you want to just shout out? I mean,
Alexi Lio.
Yeah,
crazy man.
Really, dude.
Yeah, dude. Last time I saw him, man, it didn't look good, man. I've never seen anyone so skinny. Like it was actually the only time I ever saw him, and it was just literally like you could see the ridges and his bones and his skull and stuff. And I was just like, oh man, yeah. But
is he an old dude?
He's just what's up?
Is he an older dude? How old is he?
He was he passed away about last year, yeah, and it was something to
Children of Bodom. We're talking about Anthony.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm just thinking. I didn't hear the name.
Yeah.
He had some
problems. So that was. Yeah, I can't speak out of turn on that, but all I will say is that life catches up with you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Especially when you're in that mode, you're surrounded by just great times and party, and you got on the level of, you know, handling your shit without, you know, drinking all night and, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, dude,
Especially when you're at that level and, you know, people depend on you, man. Like that's, I don't know. It's rough, man. But yeah, like just like he was like Paul Gilbert, but on crack, you know, neoclassical and yeah, and Necrophagous guitar player Muhammad is probably the, you know, yeah.
You like Al Di Meola? Do you like acoustic shredders?
Oh God, who? I got him a little into him a little bit later. Steve Vai was kind of cool. And he still is cool. He's amazing, but like, yeah, it was hard, you know. Yeah, like, but I'd say those are the main guys. Marty Friedman, like, I think I play more like him than anyone else. I think, you know, or like, you know, for a while I was, just because I liked the way he expressed, and, you know, like didn't shred too much. It was more like melody mixed with movement, and yeah.
I think that Cacophony and Jason Becker were like the first shred albums that I actually purchased.
Nice.
Like, if we're talking in the shred category, like I may have been into Al Di Meola and John McLaughlin and Paco de la Chia before then, but I think that Cacophony and Jason Becker were like as a person who is not a guitar player at all, I was like, I need these records, dude.
Yeah.
To listen to Marty and Jason just go back and forth on Speed Metal Symphony, you're like, oh, dude, this is a different form of metal that is like how like it's just like boundary pushing the way that they shred, and they battle with each other constantly, like who's going to push the ceiling a little bit higher with their solo, and then they have to go up to that and push that forward. And dude, it's somebody who can't even speak the language. I understand what's going on, you know. I get it.
Well, yeah, and I don't think they did click tracks or anything back then. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, no.
And it's just locked in. Oh my god, yeah, with all the craziness, crazy shred, man. I don't understand. That guy was, the Jason Becker, man. He's hundreds of songs. Like there's like he has these albums that are called like Raspberry Jams,
Blackberry Jams.
Yeah, he's got just like endless ideas and stuff that he probably never put into songs.
That's another tragic story, but at the same time, it's not, because he's got a pretty positive attitude. He's still with us today, too. You know. Yeah, that documentary is wild, dude. I was moved by that documentary, dude.
I don't think I ever saw the documentary, but
you should definitely do yourself a favor. You get the whole story, you know, and you get to see into what it's like to live as Jason Becker.
What Jason Becker? And I went to the live thing where he was there when it was released. It was crazy.
Wow, dude. He was there physically?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you did tell me this. Yeah.
Yeah. It's insane.
That is insane, dude. Well, you hear about that. I just love
Not Dead Yet.
Is that what it's called? Not Dead Yet. See, pretty sure that's that guy's humor, dude. Is he literally will just say whatever, but he's like funny. And but the thing that stuck with me, there's a few things that stuck with me with that documentary was his relationship with his parents. I'm not going to give him too much away, but I just want to say his relationship with his parents, how he works with his engineer now that he's, you know, immobile, and I forget the third one, but those two things right there are like the things that will always stick with me, is the relationship with his parents and his family, and how he works with his engineer and still writes music like that. That learning about all of that blew my mind about that guy, because he's like trapped, you know. He's trapped,
and he writes fantastic music still.
Yeah, he's a fully functional brain,
eyes, basically
fully functional brain trapped in a body that doesn't work, dude. What the fuck?
Right, you can't imagine how badly he wants. Whenever you see all the people come to his house and stuff, like Gus G and all these dudes, and you're just like, God damn, I wish I could just grab that guitar out of your hands right now and play. Like,
Right, and that's kind of how he writes, dude. Is he's looking at the guitar, and then he signals to his engineer. I don't know if they tab it out, write it out, however they do it, but he's looking at a guitar, and his engineer learning that that's how he did it was just this like deep emotional moment. You're like, fuck, dude. He has to find different ways to communicate with people, you know, because he can't do it any other way except for his eyes.
Yeah. Oh my god. I can't.
All right, this got a little too deep for the Cali Death podcast, I guess, but
yeah. That's I'm in the
Jason Becker's the shit though, but he's here for a reason still, so that's what's up.
Yeah, dude, that's actually kind of a funny connection. I did so this band Great Electric Quest, our friend Buddy, you know, I mentioned him earlier, mutual friend, guitar player, Shred, awesome dude. We did this Iron Maiden cover band just briefly. We did like 2 shows. It was like a karaoke band thing where it was like his idea. Actually, it was really cool, but it was like we chose a bunch of singers, or I mean, singers signed up for different songs, and then there was like a contest at the end of the show, and whoever won got the prize. It was like first, second, third prize and stuff. So we did some shows at the Poorhouse down the street here, you know, like in Oceanside, you know, and I think the dude from Cage did a song that you're the singer. Yeah, because I recognized, and I was looking at the picture and I was like, that's the guy. You know, what's his name?
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And I was like, because I was looking at I have a picture of like the whole deal. So that band he's talking about, Anthony, like that singer, and that's also he's also in the 3 Tremors, right?
Yeah.
He's a great singer. The guy's sick.
He gets some crazy notes, man. He's the one that does like super high ones.
Dude, and I gotta say, man, like, okay, so like, all right, so we're talking about like rock and power metal and like sick shit, and like this kind of music to me like is just as important as like death metal in my life. You know, like I am super into fucking Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and that stuff to me is like my favorite shit. Like really, along with all this other hardcore stuff we do, death metal. I mean, like not hardcore, but you know, but yeah, dude, it's just oh yeah. So what I was gonna say is that so there's a lot of power metal out there, and I'd love to talk about this for a second because we have had a lot of power metal discussions on this podcast, and I just did a project with our friends, All Realm, this project, and we have one song that kind of came out kind of power metal-ish, and it's kind of fun, it's rad. But the guitar player that wrote everything is really into power metal, our friend Carrie. And he loves everything, dude, like all the power metal stuff. And so, Anthony, what is it? Unholy War Cry that your son loves?
Oh yeah, dude, Rhapsody.
Yeah,
Rhapsody, dude.
Do you know that stuff? Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that was the first power metal.
Now they're called like Rhapsody of Fire because they had to change the name.
Okay. Yeah.
Some people left the band that own the rights or whatever, so now they're called Rhapsody of Fire. But Rhapsody.
But my point though that I'm trying to get at is that but the style that you guys do it, I wouldn't even call it like that same style. Like it's like better, like into like vocally in a sense where it's like more Judas Priesty, like with the crazy that screamy high thing. It's like so sick. And I was like telling those guys, I was like, this is like how power metal should sound like to me, like, you know. And I love the like, you know, it's like, you know, the kind of like the Painkiller type, like kind of as a core of something to try to tell somebody what I'm explaining, you know. But it's like, dude, you guys just nail it so hard, like in your projects. But and that 3 Tremor stuff that we were listening to, I was just like, dude, like I dig that shit so hard. It just goes, the vocals all high like that. Yeah, I can't do it, but you know. Shit's so sick, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man. Dude,
I was headbanging to it a lot this week, dude.
So what do you call that style? Do you call it just heavy rock? Do you call it power metal? Like, what do you guys define it as? Like, what's
American power metal, I think.
Oh, okay. American
power metal.
You know, the Italian power metal, like Rhapsody, and then super traditional, like Swedish, like you know, and then
okay, that makes sense.
Then like Iced Earth is, you know, American dudes, and they're just that chunky, you know, a little more chunky, and just that's, I think Iced Earth too was a big influence on just like my palette, you know, like just chunk and like insane tight rhythm guitars, and Ripper was in that band. I think that's the first time I heard Ripper, and I was like, okay, sick. And then he told me he was in Priest for a while, and I was like, oh, sick.
Whoa.
Then he's like, then he does covers with everybody. He does like I would hear like a cover of Iron Maiden song, and he'd be on it and stuff.
Dude, you know which one is really good? Obviously, you probably heard it. Is the Mr. Crowley with isn't it Yngwie on it?
That's what Yngwie. Yeah, dude, he sang
that
for
is
Yngwie.
so good.
Like for an album, I think. You think he's on an Yngwie album, and he toured with him for a while?
Yeah.
He was like, he was in the mix for like he's still in the mix, but like after Priest, I don't remember what he did first, but Iced Earth and Yngwie, and he's hanging out with Dio and stuff, dude.
Was it? I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but was it him who like the Mark Wahlberg Rockstar movie was like loosely based on or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It is him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I like the beginning, pretty much, like the idea of it. Yeah,
I say loosely because I think that I remember reading something about him like not being down. They didn't tell the story correctly, and
maybe they're gonna change it for entertainment purposes.
Oh yeah. Because I know the Ripper Owens story probably is not juicy enough for Hollywood, so they had to.
They're like, oh, you guys were all friends and it was all good. Okay, let's fuck this up and make it crazy. It's like you stole my girlfriend and whatever. I don't even remember the movie, but it's like, I'll show you, dude. Fucking sing higher than you'll ever fucking sing. Yeah.
But that's just crazy though to say that. Oh yeah, dude. One of my 3 vocalists in one of my 5 bands.
Yeah,
that movie was based on his life a little bit.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, breaking that out sometimes. He likes to say, he's like, they made a Mark Wahlberg movie out of me, and I forget how he words it, but he's like, Boogie Nights. He's like, it hints at this that he's.
Oh, that's so good, dude.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg plays me in a movie.
That'd be funny if he's like, Boogie Nights has more to do with me than Rockstar does.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, he's cool, man.
That's
he's
a sick name though, too. Ripper Owens, dude. Ripper Owens, dude. What's your name, dude?
Shreds.
Ripper. What's your name, dude? Ripper.
Name, KK Downing. Give him the nickname. Pretty sure.
Well, I know.
Really?
I mean,
that's awesome.
I was sure that wasn't his birth certificate name, but that's still a badass name, dude.
Like audition. I'm Ripper Owens.
Yeah. Everyone thinks he was in a Priest tribute band for like a little bit. I guess he like filled in, and somebody got footage of him doing that, and he'd moved on by then and done other stuff, and he they hit him up from that. One of the chicks that videotaped him, gave him the tape.
Whoa,
crazy, man. Yeah, sick.
Way sick. So back to you though. So we're talking about all these bands, but we really haven't fully gotten to it in the timeline.
Yeah, Cage. I put out one album. That's this album, Ancient Evil. That's the only Cage album I'm on. It's the 7th album, and that's a concept record, kind of like King Diamond. And they did it's like 19 tracks, but I think he wrote a book to go with it too, like a little mini book. So it was a fun one to put together. Like I think that was my first full length record. And
nice.
These guys, and they're like, "Oh, sick! We're doing a concept album," and it came out really sick. And we made it all ourselves, mixed it all ourselves. So some things you listen back and you're like, "Oh, we could have had it done better."
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay.
Nice, dude.
But yeah. So that happened, and then Peck, the singer, was like, "I'm thinking of getting this thing called the 3 Tremors going," and it was supposed to be like back in the day, in like the 90s, there's going to be a 3 Tremors with Rob Halford, Ronnie James Dio, and
I saw that picture. Was that so? It was a real thing.
Yeah.
No way. With Halford, Bruce Dickinson, and Dio.
it was gonna be Dio, and then I forget what happened, but they got Jeff Tate instead from Queensryche. But, yeah, so
damn, dude.
yeah, and then there's a video of them singing together doing a song that they wrote.
Oh, really?
The Three Tremors. I think it's The One You Love to Hate or something. It was sick, you know. But it was like, it was totally not power metal. It was like that 90s like fight kind of, you know, heavy metal, you know.
Yeah,
but it was cool. You know, it was a cool song. Just cool to see them all like up on the stage together and stuff. So
damn,
but
yeah.
had the idea and they never did anything with it after, you know, for 20 years or whatever. And our singer actually bought the rights to it, like to the name.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
Yeah. He said it was just open, so he just bought it like a long time ago in case he ever wanted to do something. And then he's like, yeah, I've been talking to friends about doing this Three Tremors thing. And I'm like, whatever, dude, whatever. We'll see if that happens. And then like I wrote a song at some point, and then he was like, yeah, we're gonna use this for the Tremors album. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. Like, because he's talking about playing with Ripper Owens, and I was like, okay, well, prove it. I didn't, you know. I was like, I'll believe it when I see it, or maybe he's just shining you on or something. And then like he sends it back, and I'm like, oh shit, I've got a song that I wrote with Tim Ripper Owens singing on it.
Oh shit, nice.
And then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's actually happening. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was just a trip, man. Just like, yeah, it was cool. But yeah, then he got another. We were still deciding on the third guy. We were thinking the guy from Primal Fear, and that didn't work out or something. But we ended up with this guy from the band Jag Panzer. This guy Harry Conklin. He's funniest dude ever. He's like he's our wild card on the road. You know, he's never gonna do. Yeah, and then that band formed. We made the first album. It's got them all three of them on there. Yeah, Mark Sasso did the art on that one too. Dipper, Harry, and Peck. But yeah, dude, after I saw that, I was like, all right. With Ripper on it. It was, never thought
so I have a question for you, and it might take us back a little bit again, but because you know most of your story is covering songs and stuff, but we never really touched on when you started writing your own material.
Yeah, man, it started in Monarch. They had some songs written already, but I had kind of helped them out after a while. You know, they were totally different in the beginning, and then that's probably what it started with, writing riffs and stuff. Started writing riffs, helped write some lyrics and stuff. I've never been good at that, but usually in a group setting, it helps. I'm good at feeding off energy and stuff.
Group thinking, yeah.
And then guitar, just writing guitar riffs and stuff. But then I joined in Cage. I think I wrote a few of those songs.
But so was it just how old were you when you started just sitting in your room making your own riffs, dude?
Like I was older. I wasn't actually, well, like riffs I could make. You know, by like 16 or so, I could make some riffs. I think I wrote my first song around 16 for that band Cuervo, actually.
Nice.
And, and gosh, around there, you know, piece something together. But probably around 19 or 20 or something, I could throw a song down on the computer and be like, okay, that's a complete structure of a song. And then I've always been about the whole ensemble thing, so I liked getting the song and then giving it to the drummer and be like, okay, let's make this cool now. And
right,
the vocalist be like, okay, you make that cool now. And you know.
Did you ever do any like improv jamming?
Oh gosh. God, I would try. It was hard in the beginning, you know. I was better at it before I started thinking about it too much, and then I feel a lot better at it. You know, I started taking jazz courses recently, jazz instruction. But yeah, that's helped a lot, man. Jazz, dude.
What about just like shredding? If you got a rhythm going, you can just
I would
let
try
go and go on. Yeah.
much. And honestly, yeah, like I didn't know anything about like scales or I knew like a couple shapes and stuff, but Chuck never knew any scales or something, but he had the greatest shredding. But I'm one of those guys I kind of needed, to know what I was doing because I thought about stuff too much,
Right,
So,
right. No,
yeah.
I'm just asking because after 93 episodes, you see how different how people are different and how people are the same, and
Yeah.
I can understand why each one is which, and if things just need to be organized and ready for you to go, that's total. I respect all that. I respect the guys who are just like, dude, I can't look at anything. I just gotta do what I feel. It's like, man, as a vocalist in a band and listening to all you guys talk for almost 2 years now, I'm like, I have the least amount to think about in a band. I just got to know certain points that my vocals need to come in, and then that's it, dude.
Just need to make sure your wireless mic is working. You got a battery charged in there, and your feet don't get stepped on. Basically.
Right, that's it, dude.
Things. Yeah.
I help you. I did make sure that I tried to help Casey and Troy set up as much as I could.
Oh yeah, you did so much, dude.
Well, as much as I could, because
kidding.
once my mic was ready, I was like, all right, dude.
I've been waiting to tell you that for 15 years.
Cymbals on. I kind of remember knowing which cymbal goes where because I did it so much for you guys.
No, it's like Anthony's like, hey man, can I help out? And he just walks over and it's all flop, 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 flop. Can I carry something? And he's got his little mic. I remember you, dude. You show up with the mic case, wireless mic. You always have the wireless
briefcase.
They carry it like it's like important. You're like, no, my wireless mic. It's like, dude, like don't.
That was like a $800 mic with a Paul Ryan discount. So
800 for the is that how much?
No. I'm saying before the discount.
That's how much those wireless mics are. The Sures are 800.
At that time it was like 750 something for that setup.
Jeez.
And then he knocked it down to a cool 450 or something.
Should be like a few. You can get those like lavalier ones like for like 400, like the Sennheisers. I don't know. Crazy. No, yeah.
I
guess I'm tripping. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways,
Beta 58A wireless.
Yeah.
That's so gnarly. Like, odds up, man, for sure.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. So we got to do like just a quick gear talk alert. Like, I don't know, like, just gotta just do a little bit, dude. So I'm an old school guy. I play like Jacksons and like, just whatever guitars and stuff, but all these dudes now, all these fancy cats got all the, Strandenbergs and all the the frets are starting to move around and shit. They're like, what's going down with all that? Are you into that stuff at all? Or like, what's your deal, dude? I see some.
I haven't gone above 6 strings yet.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got enough to worry about with 6. But yeah, dude. I went to NAMM last time. Convention, music convention, and every time I picked up like one of those headless guitars with the fan frets, I'll like play, and like the guy that's sitting there at the booth is like, okay, what's this guy gonna play? And I started. Oh, dude, Berto just messaged.
Yeah, he's your drummer, right?
Yeah, he's in
the Muerte
or the death band, yeah.
In the death cover band called
Muerte. Yeah, we didn't even mention Muerte yet.
Oh yeah, we're not. I the timeline yet.
I briefly brought up how I met him, but that's how I met.
Yeah.
But
all right, but we're in gear talk. It's gear talk.
Yeah, gear talk. Yeah, I sit down at those booths, and you could tell those dudes have been seeing the gnarliest shit all day. Because the guys that sit down with those guitars are like the death metal, like playing with 2 fingers all over the place. And they're doing like blues bends and stuff, and they're just like, okay, right. And they like turn around, like okay, I'm not in this world, but it's fun to try and play them and stuff. It doesn't feel like a guitar, but like it's funny.
Yeah.
it's funny what it turned into. It just turned into convenience, and like you need to be like able to do anything at any time. Like the Tosina Bossy guitars, they're just like weird shapes, but they're perfectly contoured for his hands. It's just,
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's a whole new world now, man. Like with that stuff, I did like fan frets and
fan frets. That's what it's called. Yeah,
it's weird.
What's crazy to me is that you were born in '91 and you have this old school attitude. You know, like
I can't help it. Yeah, it's weird.
No, I know, and it's totally defined by like the music that your brother was feeding you. You know, well, actually, with your parents' stuff too, because Zeppelin was there, but it's just like you inherited like an old soul mentality, you know.
Yeah, I like it, man. It puts me in a good place.
And no, I'm not, and I'm old soul too, dude. When everybody's like 7, 8 strings, fan frets, and contours, I'm just like, fucking painkiller.
Yeah, man, it's fun. Yeah.
So what are your favorite? What's your favorite like standard guitar? Like for me, I would say Jackson. If I had to pick a guitar, that's my favorite. Like, what's your favorite? If you had to pick.
I like the feel of the Tremors. I got something. It's an EVH guitar. I've been playing it recently, but it's shaped like a Kramer, and it's just that's been my life for the past few months. Is this EVH like top mount? It's got a whammy bar, but it doesn't go back like these EVH guitars, like Eddie Van Halen's guitars. He never went back with his whammy bar. He it sits on the body and only goes forward and like stops on the guitar. So you get these signature sounds that he would do, and it's like wow, but it wouldn't like wobble back up, and it gets this sound that's and God, like I go for that, and then I play the Flying V a lot, the Gibson Flying V. I have a white one. I got a red one. I was playing that for a while, but I hate taking it around because it's so nice, and like I don't want to mess it up. And then like I don't know. I think I just eventually come back to the Eddie Van Halen style of just having it right here and flipping her. The V was cool because I could kind of like get cool with it, like run around. Like I've always been kind of like energetic on stage.
Yeah.
My guitar has to kind of be able to follow me a little bit. And
that's like the one we used in your flyer picture. The Gibson. Yeah, those are sick. I like those. And I've never owned one, but those are cool. Those Gibson Flying Vs.
Yeah. Oh, it's just it feels great, man. Yeah. There's something about it, man. They sit nice. Yeah. Muerte.
Nice. So speaking of Muerte, like so with Death, how the fuck do you learn those solos? Did you get tabs or just you do it by ear? Like I mean, you played them so perfectly. I was like, Jesus.
All the Andy LaRocque ones I did by ear.
Yeah.
It's you get used to it. You just kind of hear the melody.
You did it by ear? Wait, hold on a second. Wait, what? You learned all those by ear? You just told me, and I'm like, didn't even notice. Wait. You just learned. You just learned it by ear. You just saw like.
Andy LaRocque I'll learn by ear.
Lord,
the symbolic one was tough, man. The Bobby Cable symbolic one, but luckily he had a video of him playing it, like literally just sitting there at his computer, like playing
it. Crazy.
And I was like, okay, and I slowed it down, and I was like, okay, that note, because on that, there's at least on that part he's got layers, and it's like echoing, and he's doing that first part, it's just like so. Yeah, that one I watched the video, but. Yeah, most tabs I found just, well, I'll look up tabs for like riffs and stuff that people, like something that I know people got right, so I'm like, okay, if I have a song for a student, like an Alice in Chains song, I'll go online so I don't have to, go crazy trying to figure out what tuning he's in or something, but Death, dude, yeah. Most of it by ear. I kind of got, you know, like some of the older stuff I'll look up because it's harder to hear, like the Leprosy album and stuff like that.
Sure.
But,
yeah.
sometimes I'll just look it up and double check it just to save my own mental, you know, sanity or whatever, you know.
I was playing like Masvidal's solos versus the other people that solo in there.
He's tricky, man. Like he's Masvidal.
He sounds tricky, dude.
I think it's all jazz improv. I don't think he does the same thing the same once, or, you know, it's really weird.
And you can totally see it on the, or hear it on the Human album too. Like going back to Human recently, I just listened to it like a few days ago, and I you know, with my untrained ear was like, all right, I really want to just listen to this whole thing and see if I could pick out every Paul Masvidal solo versus a Chuck solo, you know? And I started to be able to realize like, oh yeah, dude, there is two totally different styles going on in certain times, and you can actually tell that this is Chuck and this is Paul very distinctively. And then once it clicks with you, then you're like, oh yeah, dude, I don't even know why it all I do know why it all blended together for me, because I'm not a fucking guitar player. I just was like, oh, dude, this is just another solo section. It must be Chuck, you know? That was my dumb thought for like years, you know? And then realizing that Masvidal had solos on that album, then I really wanted to pick it out, you know?
Dude. Yeah, his I can tell now. Like I can usually tell whenever Chuck's soloing, but like like some bands, like people say they can tell the difference between like KK Downing and Glenn Tipton, but I have a hard time sometimes, man. Like,
yeah, it's harder on those, or even Maidens. Like,
it's them I can usually tell, because Masvidal's got such a weird like cosmic sound of just like
cosmic's a good word, for sure.
It's a perfect word. Did you get into Cynic at all?
I listened to what's that one album, the one with Veil of Maya, is that
Focus?
Focus.
That's the one that came out. That's the one that came out right after Human. Like,
you can tell it's like it sounds just like Human, but with different vocals. You know, it's just like, dude, those drums, man. Dude, I don't know, something about that. Just my favorite. Good. Like sounding death metal, flat. Stuff, man.
Oh, for sure, man. It's so sick.
Yeah,
that's good shit. Yeah.
What put Morte together? Did we already go over that? Sorry if we did.
No, it was so I think that kind of caught up, like being in the Tremors kind of caught us up, and then now so like a long time ago, I think my first drummer, no, he's my second drummer, Roberto, who's in the chat right now, or just
shout out.
Yeah, man. Well, I had, you know, we'd known each other for a long time, and just an amazing drummer. And we kind of lost touch for a while, you know, you kind of like move, you know, different directions for a little bit. And then I don't remember, I was hanging out with the guy that plays bass in the band, in the Death Tribute band, and he's like, we got a Death Tribute band, and I think we're looking for a guitar player or something. And I was like, at that point, I was just like, dude, I don't know if I can handle being in another thing. I think I was in already 3 bands at that time. And it just, and I knew Berto was in it. And so I was like, okay, I get to jam with Berto again. Like, I just knew if he was in it, it was going to be good. You know, like I knew he could handle the drums in that band. So I was just like, okay, let's do it. And then I did it, and it just felt good. I had the right guitar for it. It just felt right. And it was just, it's fun. Like just Death, man, like something about those songs is just like, it's like playing a song, but it's not. It's like it's something different about it. I don't know why.
Yeah, dude. Just like listening to it.
There's like no like it's like playing a pre-song, you kind of jam it and you kind of do your own thing, but Death is just like, I don't know, so such perfection or something, you know. I don't get it. There's something about them that, like, the riffs are just super fun to play and like tight, you know. And yeah, it was just easy from then on, you know, just, you know, with them. And then
Totally.
even, you know, learning the symbolic stuff, you know, brought me up a notch a little bit, you know. And and it's just, yeah, everything just kind of just one step further. And I try to always have something going that's pushing me. And that one pushed me for, you know, definitely, you know, a good little bit.
Yeah, dude.
Are you a fan of like Sound Perseverance and that cover of, or of Painkiller, and that whole, like, it kind of reminds me of that style of like the Three Tremors too, a little bit, you know, like this.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And hearing Chuck be able to like
Yeah.
do his style of singing to that and actually make it actually sound really good, you know?
Yeah. It's you kind of got to choose what Chuck you can do. Like, I don't know, very like there's I'm sure there's some versatile guys, but right now the guy that we got is more of the spiritual healing kind of leprosy kind of like kind of lower,
Right.
like he just goes for it. So it's, you know, it's when he just goes for it and just chills and just makes it happen, you know, he sounds angry, and that's all I need, you know.
Right.
Just, you know, that I feel like, you know, like people don't expect you to be Chuck, so like just be yourself.
Right.
That's the thing with movie bands, and like I can't get into the like, oh, I have to be this guy, like
the exact copy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because and the truth is you're not that guy, you know?
Yeah, you have to accept it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Nice, dude. Hear me.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. It's about that time. It's my weekend. It's my Friday.
Hell yeah,
There you
dude.
go.
But
cheers.
yeah. Let me get these up.
Sure.
I'm got Invisalign, so cleaning some things up here.
Oh, dude, I got some people that I know that have those. So
Yeah.
how long have you been into it?
God, I think I'm on like teens, so about 9 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like, I think 2/3 into it or something. But
yeah, I was gonna say you're more than half.
Yeah. My bottom teeth were like sitting back and like getting on top of each other.
Nice.
But it's like weird. I can like feel the back of them, and they're like almost straight.
Well, it's funny that you bring up teeth. I work in the dental industry now.
I was gonna say Casey's in the tooth industry.
I give you my tooth sense about it. I basically was in a dental office today. It was great. Yeah. I'm just being silly. No, I'm serious though. It was,
I had braces and the headgear and all that shit. It's fucking gnarly, dude.
Oh, I had braces twice. Yeah.
Really? I'm lucky. I only had them once.
Yeah.
Your dad's not an orthodontist though, right?
He did it.
Oh, he did. He did it.
For a time, he did orthodontics for a bit.
Okay.
Gnarly.
Yeah, but he's retired now. Yeah, man.
Mhm.
You know, been there, done that. Tooth.
Yeah.
So that was our tooth talk. So moving forward,
tooth talk alert, dude. You should put
all I have to say about that. Yeah.
Well,
That's good.
The tooth hurt. Yeah. Come on, the tooth hurts.
Man. So. Yeah. Oh man.
So what's going on? So what are you working on right now, dude? What are your upcoming events? Let's talk about that, dude.
I'm also in a Kiss tribute.
Yeah, I've seen that you post that. Yeah. Nice. How's that? That sounds fun.
That's good, man. That's a good gig because it's, you know, I think we get good paying gigs or other, you know, like, hate to talk about it, but you know, it's, you know, like,
well, it makes sense. It's a Kiss cover, man. You know, it makes sense. Yeah.
Gotta get compensated, dude.
I have a hard time putting on that makeup if I wasn't getting paid. So
yeah, it makes sense. Do you wear those same boots?
Yeah, dude. They're
feeling nice.
The first
fun to dress up.
Yeah, talk about feeling like a superhero. They just like go out on there and they're just like, oh. People ask, and they're like, is the real Kiss gonna play? Because we have like the Kiss,
The real Kiss.
The real Kiss.
Like, dude, I'm like,
No.
no.
This is as much Kiss as you're gonna get tonight, kids.
When we get closer,
You're just gonna get a peck, you know, not a kiss, but a little peck.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
dude.
So
Dude.
yeah, no, that's fun. That's pretty frequent. They we try to do every weekend, but I think yeah, every weekend, almost every other week.
There's
But,
that much
yeah,
demand
it's
for
good.
a Kiss band. That's crazy. That rules.
God, I would love a
People
cover
are like-
band to be called Peck, dude. I would love a cover band to be called Peck, dude.
This is all smooch
Or Smooch, yeah.
Dude, yeah. Smooch,
It's
yeah,
gotta
smooch.
happen. It's already had to have happened, dude. It had to have
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah, writing. Yeah. You say, yeah, dude. So that's probably the most gigs I do now is the Kiss tribute band. But God, I have it on my phone. I'm glad. Yeah,
We had Jarzon back. We had Jarzon back recently, and he does Rush, dude. That's his main like live performing shit. Is Exit Stage Left is the name of his Rush tribute.
Dang,
Yeah.
that'd be a tough, dude. Oh my God.
Right?
Tough one, man. It'd be fun though. It'd be fun to be Alex Lifeson in that situation. But dude, if you got to do
God,
the game thing, man, you're fucked, dude.
Oh, I know, right?
I see, but they didn't do the whole. I think they had a separate singer or something. I was like, but still, like, dude, that's amazing. I don't know, just
Dude,
the
I
drummer.
love Rush.
Mm-hmm.
I love Rush a
Rush
lot.
up until like the 80s, like up until like 80 or whatever.
The South Park concert that happened.
Oh yeah, dude. I totally saw like that. Did you see that, Anthony? Any of that stuff? It's like not Trey, it's the other guy. Matt Stone's like playing drums.
Ron had mentioned it, but no, I haven't seen it.
Oh, he did mention it, didn't he? Yeah. He's playing drums on like, is it the South Park song they're playing? And he's like playing drums.
Yeah,
or was it something else?
Yeah, they did Closer to the Heart with
Oh, no, that's right. No, he's playing a Rush song. He's playing closer to the heart.
Yeah, yeah, and they came out and
that's
dude,
right.
that was the funniest fucking thing. I was like,
yeah, we gotta find the link on YouTube.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That rules, dude. Dude, I saw Les Claypool like I was in the, like recording in Oakland like a few weeks back, and like it was like at Yoshi's in Oakland up there, and it was Les Claypool and the Bastard Jazz, whatever.
Oh,
and it was insane. He was like right over there, you know. It was like Les Claypool was like right there on the stage, like, you know, and it's just insane. And the band was incredible.
Where it's just like they're all right there.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, okay. I've never even seen Primus, but I saw Les. It was like my first time. It was like he's like right there.
Oh, man, I haven't seen.
He's like, how's everybody doing tonight? You know, like it's like
yeah,
dude, it was like insane. It was so cool.
What trips me out is the guitar player of Primus is the guitar player of Possessed.
What?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
The guitar player on Seven Churches is the guitar player on at least the first
Do you know his
Primus
name?
record.
Really?
Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna look this up right now.
I don't have the professor, but if you can look it up.
I know I'm gonna do it because I know that this information is
crazy, man.
Right. Possessed Primus. That's all I'm gonna put in Google, see what happens. Larry Lalonde.
Yeah, that's it. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that name for sure.
He's like
it's an American musician, best known as the guitarist for Primus. Position. Well, yeah, because I got to go actually to the. Yeah, previously he played guitar for the groups Possessed, Blind Illusion, No Force Field, and the Frank Zappa tribute band Kaka.
Damn, dude.
Wild, dude. But that's just crazy because like listen to all that like experimental shit surrounding Possessed. You know?
I know, right? Yeah, you got to get some of your aggravation out on something. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's why I like Death. It's just so mean and dark and just
born in Oakland too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not in any death metal bands. I can't play any death metal. like Monarch, we had some heavy songs, but it's like,
Yeah.
Dude, he
Yeah.
was 17 when Seven Churches was put out in 85. I mean, the story goes that they came up with the term death metal while they were sitting in a high school classroom. The possessed guys.
Huh.
Trip, right? 17 years old, 85, got your first album out.
Wow.
And I'm 1 year old at the time. In the arms of the angels, dude. The possessed angels.
It's the most awkward moment of the podcast ever.
Why?
I'm just being silly.
Because I read your thing that you put up at the bottom.
Yeah, it's bad.
All right. Should we wrap this, guys? Are we at the top of this? Or at the bottom of this?
Oh, no, I was just coming on that moment. If he said, yeah, I don't know.
You said we live next to the courthouse, Casey?
Yeah, I live close, like down the street.
Yeah, I'm playing there with Age on Friday, next Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, man. Oh, the following Friday, like not tomorrow, like the next Friday. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Man. Okay, good to know. Oh,
yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! I think I could probably cruise to that.
We're getting ready to play. Like in November, we have this big festival in Tijuana, and we got one in LA, and it's Riot is headlining, and we got Ripper. Ripper's gonna do a solo set. We're gonna do that with him, and we're gonna do Cage and 3 Tremors at the festivals. And yeah, we're kind of getting ready for that. So at that Poorhouse show, we're probably gonna play a bunch of Priest and just some fun stuff.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Cheers out to that, dude. That's awesome. Are you guys headlining?
I think we're going middle. Supernaut, I think, is headlining. Supernaut's going to be out there.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But
nice.
Yeah,
sweet, man. I'll check it out. I'll hit you up to find out like what time and all that. Make sure. But nice, dude. Awesome. Dude. Cool, man. Yeah. Well, Anthony, do you want to wrap it up or what?
Yeah, dude. We should probably wrap it up, dude. Thank you to everybody who's been here with us tonight. Thank you to you if you're watching this on YouTube the next day. I probably look stoned as hell because I am, but I love you all. I love you all. I love coming back here every single week to hang out with you guys for real. BattleForgeCoffee.com. Get your fix. CaliDeathPodcast.BigCartel.com. What's the last date on that Shredding the Virus tour so we can
let's look that. Let's pull that one up again. Let's see here. Oh, I did it right this time. Yay.
Boom. So Cupertino tomorrow night. So if you're watching this on Friday, get out there tonight. If you're watching this right now,
the final show, dude.
The final show. They're finally wrapping it up, dude.
It is.
And they've been having a great time, and we've been watching it from the sidelines through all our homies that are out there on their social medias, and dude, they're having a fucking killer time. People are showing up, shows are selling out for them and all that shit. It's crazy, dude. It really is crazy if you think about it. Like a DIY tour like that, they put it all together themselves. It really warms my heart to know that like people are ready for live music again, and death metal's got kind of like a live renaissance thing going on where everybody wants to get out to watch shows again, dude. So that's cool. And if you're hearing this and you're in Cupertino or adjacent hour away, get your ass over there. It's a good show. These guys are all pouring, and it's the end of the tour, so they're seasoned. They're well-oiled machines by this time, dude. Catch that last gig for sure at the X Bar, Cupertino, Friday night, 19th. All right, love you guys. Oh, real quick, bro. Casey, not my Casey, the other Casey. Let's hear your plugs one more time, dude.
Are we saying? Oh, me? I don't have any.
No,
We're talking
no,
about?
I just said, and I said not my Casey,
Which Casey?
the other Casey,
Yeah.
not
Wait,
my Casey.
I'm
the other
confused. What are you
Casey.
talking about? Me?
Okay, stop talking and hear me say not my Casey.
I'm like their Casey's.
I'm
Yeah.
just teasing you, dude. Come on.
Oh, you're teasing, you fucker.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, monarch.band, www.monarch.band, 3tremors.com, cageheavymetal.com. We got shows coming up in Oceanside. Cage has a show at the Poorhouse in Oceanside next Friday, the 26th, if you're around San Diego. Monarch's got a show at the Till 2 Club September 3rd. And playing a big festival in November with Riot and Ripper and all them, the Dragon Rojo Festival in Tijuana, and LA Burning Fest in LA.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy
if you
man.
want to look up, follow me. I got all the list goes on. Those are all the gigs. So if you
Jesus.
follow
That's
me.
rad, bro.
The Sentinel Trask on Instagram. And, yeah.
The Sentinel Trask on Instagram. All right, dude. That's awesome, dude. Hey, you guys definitely check these bands out, dude. If you're down with heavy metal, you're down with shred, you're down with fucking sick shit. This is definitely like something that took me back to like the core of metal, you know, like before it all got. I mean, I'm not saying that this is an extreme. I'm just saying like that taking me, it harkens back. There's a nostalgia aspect to it, even though it's a newer group, you know? So yeah, that's what I love about it. The nostalgia aspect.
Yeah. We really just listen to all that stuff all the time. So it comes out. So it's good.
Hell yeah. Well, cool. Rock on.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great weekend. And
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming on, man.
No doubt. And we'll see you next week for a big one.
Sounds good, dude. Later.
Rock on.